we got the division rule like. Ay, we got the division rule like. Ay, we got the division rule like. Ay, ay, ay. We use the division rule to rename our fractions, making improper fractions into mixed numbers, taking action. This is all important to know, so follow my flow. I'll show you how it goes. Let's roll. So let's say that we have 5 halves and we want to rename it as a mixed number. We got it in the bag. And I'm going to show you how. First, we need to know a fraction bar is another type of division sign. So it's actually telling us that we need to divide. So instead of saying 5 halves, we can say 5 divided by 2. Notice that we always read it how it's written from top to bottom, dude. Now let's go to work. Now we're simply going to divide 5 by 2. 2 goes into 5 2 times. And 5 take away 4 is 1. So we have 2 with 1 as our remainder. But instead of saying that our answer is 2, remainder 1, we are going to make our remainder our numerator and our divisor our denominator. So now we have 2 and 1 half. Using the division rule, we renamed 5 halves as 2 and 1 half, which is a mixed number. You can use the division rule to rename any improper fraction as a mixed number. Don't believe me? Go ahead and try another. Now that we got the division rule, let's change it up, mix it up. Now we're going to multiply instead of divide. Hey, here we go. Hey, we got the multiplication rule like. Hey, we got the multiplication rule like. Hey, we got the multiplication rule like. Hey, hey, hey. We use the multiplication rule to rename a whole number and a fraction, make mixed numbers into improper fractions, taking action. All of this is important to know, so follow my flow. I'll show you how it goes. Let's roll. Now let's say we would have the mixed number 2 and 1 half, and I said we could rename it as an improper fraction. What'd you say to that? It's pretty simple, and I'll show you why. This time we're going to multiply instead of divide. If we had 2 and 1 half, we could see that in a picture we have 2 wholes and 1 half left over. To find out how many halves we have, I would need to multiply the 2 wholes by the 2 halves in each whole. This tells me there are 4 halves in the 2 wholes, but as you can see, we have 1 half still left over. 4 halves plus 1 more equals 5 halves. Therefore, I have a total of 5 halves, which is an improper fraction. Notice that the denominator did not change. It is still 2 to show halves. So to rename a mixed number as an improper fraction, it's a breeze. Simply multiply the whole number by the denominator and add the numerator. Watch and see. So one more time. We multiplied the whole 2 times the denominator and added our numerator to get a total of 5 halves. Using the division rule, we divided 5 by 2 to get 2 and 1 half, which is a mixed number. And using the multiplication rule, we went the other way by multiplying the whole number 2 by our denominator and adding our numerator to get 5 halves. So as you learned, we can rename improper fractions as mixed numbers, and vice versa, we can rename mixed numbers as improper fractions. We say rename because it's just a different way to say the same amount. As you can see, 2 and 1 half and 5 halves share the same value. Nothing changed, just the way we expressed it. Hey, we got the division rule like. A, now we get the multiplication rule like A. We can rename our fractions and mixed numbers. Got it down so good. I'm a fraction lover. A.